Yes, it is another Grim Gazette. I am your host, T. Morris. I am one of the two founders of Old Spirits Investigations, and this is our weekly newspaper, newsletter, easing, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, easing. Wow, that takes me back, doesn't it? I just aged myself with a hip term that is no longer hip, or even a term, I think. But yeah, this is where we talk about the weird news, the paranormal, and just odd stuff and cool stuff that, you know, catches my eye, if you will. And we do this every Tuesday. We get weird every Tuesday, starting at this time, starting at 6 p.m. And if you have an idea, if you have something that you would like to share with the Grim Gazette, we would love to hear from you. So how do we make that happen? How does that happen? Real simple. You go on ahead and you can swing by our Discord. And once you go on ahead and sign up for the Discord and get into the discussion, you'll also see there is a room called Grim Gazette. That's where you put in your news stories of the weird, paranormal clips you'd like me to give an analytical or critical eye to. And then we do, at the end of the Grim Gazette, we always do a deep dive into something that's going on in the paranormal. An edited version of this does appear on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. And you can reach that YouTube channel by going to oldspiritsinvestigations.com. And yeah, I'm a week behind on posting last week's Grim Gazette because as Walker and Cassie Hobbs and anybody else who was there for the OSI weekend, yeah, you know, we got to do some hardcore shenanigans. What a good time. What a good time. Oh, so yeah, so that happens. You know, you can just go on ahead, put in a paranormal clip, put in something that you want to give me a moment to look at, give it a critical eye, and then we'll see how it all works out, right? And that's what we're doing tonight here at the Grim Gazette. We are getting weird, and we are starting off with our very first news story. And you'll get an idea if you're new to the Grim Gazette. You'll get an idea what we're all about. Take a look at this. German gallery fires employee for hanging own art in exhibition. You've got to be a special kind of privileged individual to think, yeah, my art good enough to hang up next to Da Vinci and others. Modern art gallery in Germany had to fire an employee after discovering the budding artist had hung his own work in an exhibition. Yeah. The 51-year-old man had drilled 2 holes in the wall to mount his painting in Munich's Pinaktoek de Madrid. I probably butchered that. I probably butchered the hell out of that. But hang on a second. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to do that art gallery name again. But local media reported the man had pulled the stunt in the hope of achieving his artistic breakthrough. A spokesperson for the gallery said the artwork was not on display for very long. The supervisors noticed something like this immediately. Tyne Neller told German newspaper, not even going to try that. Adding the piece was returned to the artist. The man was an employee of the gallery's technical services team and described himself as a freelance artist.
Who's this nut tugger?
His artwork measured 23 inches by 47 inches or 60 by 120 centimeters and was hung in an empty passageway. In addition to his employment being terminated, he has also been banned from the gallery. The gallery is one of the largest of modern art in Europe and features works of Pablo Picasso, Max Ernst, and Salvador Dali, among others, including the guy from IT.
Who's this nut tugger?
A few months ago, a similar incident happened in the German city of Bonn. Staff were picking up an exhibit at the... Not even going to try that. When they noticed an extra painting had been put on display by a member of the public. We think it's funny and we want to get to know the artist, so get in touch. There's no trouble. Word of honor. The gallery posted on X, formerly Twitter. The artist in question did get in touch to reveal the painting was hers. Denai Emanuelidis, I'm sorry, said she had always wanted to get one of her paintings in an exhibition. I smuggled it in with a giant hoodie over my leggings, she told local public broadcaster WDR. Her female portrait entitled Georgia was eventually auctioned by the gallery and proceeds given to an art charity called Art Asil in Cologne. So how about that? How about that? Tall and Rich, how you doing? You're totally streaming at the wrong time for my time zone. Tall and Rich, I apologize, but I'm doing the best I can right now. Okay, I think I need to pick up a different track because I keep losing this track. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. I do have some good news for everybody. We actually have in tonight's Grim Gazette some follow-up stories. Like follow-up stories from previous Grim Gazettes, and I'm pretty excited to be sharing those with you. I mean, it's one thing when news breaking stories hit the Grim Gazette, like for example, Willie's chocolate experience. Who knew that weird little story was going to go as viral as it did? What if they were good? That is a question, Aurelius. What if they were good? What if they were good? I think in the case of the guy from IT, it wasn't very good. Something just tells me it wasn't very good. All right, but here is one of two follow-ups that we have from the Grim Gazette. We finally know why NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft stopped communicating. Scientists are working on a fix. The first spacecraft to explore beyond the solar system started spouting gibberish late last year. Now, NASA knows why. NASA engineers have discovered the cause of a communications breakdown between Earth and the now interstellar explorer, Voyager 1. It would appear that a small portion of corrupted memory exists in one of the spacecraft's computers. The glitch caused Voyager 1 to send unreadable data back to Earth and is found in the NASA spacecraft's Flight Data Subsystem, or FDS. That's the system responsible for packaging the probe's science and engineering data before the Telemetry Modulation Unit, or TMU, and radio transmitter and the radio transmitter send it back to mission control. The source of the issue began to reveal itself when Voyager 1 operators sent the spacecraft a poke on March 3rd of this year. This was intended to prompt FDS to send a full memory readout back to Earth. The readout confirmed to NASA's team that about 3% of the FDS memory had been corrupted, and this was preventing the computer from carrying out its normal operations. I guess we're finding out now what would happen if, you send a spacecraft out and then suddenly something goes wrong in the memory card. I mean, it's not like you can hold Control Alt Delete or Shift Command space bar and restart the PRAM. And last time I checked, the closest Best Buy ain't that close. But here we go. Launched in 1977, the year Star Wars came out, Voyager 1 became the first human-made object to leave the solar system and enter interstellar space in 2012. Voyager 2 followed its spacecraft sibling out of the solar system in 2018 and is still operational and communicating well with Earth. After 11 years of interstellar exploration, in November 2023, Voyager's 1 binary code, the computer language it uses to communicate to Earth, stopped making sense. It probably said something like, this ain't no party, this ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around. I mean, yeah, there you go.
Figured it.
Okay. Its zeros and ones didn't mean anything anymore. Effectively, the call between the spacecraft and the Earth was still connected, but Voyager's voice was replaced with a monotonous dial tone. Voyager's 1 engineering team previously told Space.com. I love this. I don't know what this is, but I mean, It was like a little poster? Hell, I'm going to download that puppy. I love that. I love that. Pale blue dot, interstellar space, and more.
That's what I appreciate about you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Let's see here. So moving on. The team strongly suspects this glitch is the result of a single chip that's responsible for storing part of the affected portion of the FDS memory ceasing to work. Currently, however, NASA can't say for sure what exactly caused that particular issue. Chip could have been struck by a high-speed energetic particle from space, or after 46 years serving Voyager 1, it may simply have worn out. Look, I got 15 years out of that Mac, and I was happy. 46 years, and we finally have a chip failure? Come on, man. Come on. Let's go. Hey, Sly Gamer, how are you? Voyager 1 currently sits around 15 billion miles, or 24 billion kilometers, from Earth, which means it takes 22 and a half hours to receive a radio signal from it, and another 22 and a half hours for the spacecraft to receive a response via the deep space networking antennas. Solving this communication issue is thus no mean feat. Yet, NASA scientists and engineers are optimistic they can find a way to help FDS operate normally, even without the unusable memory hardware. Solving this issue could take weeks or even months, according to NASA. But if it is resolved, Voyager 1 should be able to resume returning science data about what lies outside the solar system. Whew. Well, thank you, Talon Ridge. I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, it's always nice to get these follow-up. That's our first follow-up from the evening. We got another one planned, but first things first. First things first. You know that if I'm not doing paranormal stuff, I'm a gaming. So take a look at this. Straight from Variety Magazine, Fallout 76 is now free for new Prime members following TV adaptation. Please no spoilers. Any spoilers of Fallout in chat, that's a permaban, because one, we haven't finished it yet. Pip and I are watching Fallout. We just finished episode 6, which, oh hell, what an episode. What an episode. It's just been killing it. It has been absolutely awkwardly fantastic. That's a great way to describe it. Now that is not a spoiler. That is just an honest to God review. I mean, that was the thing, Lai. We were talking about it. Val thought that we had been friends. We were coming up on 20 years. It's actually been over 20 years. Because the very first Complete Guide to Writing Fantasy dropped in 2000. Wait for it. 2003. 2003. Yeah. And as I like to say often here,
I suggest you let that one marinate.
And I'll get back to this story. If you purchase an independently reviewed product or a service through a link on our website, Variety may receive an affiliate commission. I don't know why that's in there, but there you go. With the release of the Fallout TV series on Prime Video, Amazon has partnered with Bethesda Softworks and Microsoft to give away copies of Fallout 76 video game, about a $40 value for Xbox Series X and S or the previous generation Xbox One and PC. So if you're gaming on a PC or an Xbox, you can get a free Fallout 76. Now, here's the way I understand it. Now, some people say, oh, Fallout 76 is the suck version. Apparently, it has improved dramatically, has gotten much, much better. But Fallout 76 is the MMO. That's the one where you're playing with people. And there were some things about Fallout 76 that almost looked like you're playing Rust, or there's another, like, I think 7 Days to Die, where you're making your own fort and you're making accessibility for things, etc., etc., etc. Apparently, Fallout 76 is a lot like that. I am currently playing Fallout 4 on the PS5. And I got it for a whopping $5. And they've got an upgrade coming up for it. But Fallout 4, from what I'm being told, is a great story. So is Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 76 is an entirely different experience. I'm just trying to give everybody sort of that background on if you're looking for a place to start. I've been told Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas are great places if you like a good story. If you want an MMO, if you want an experience with your friends, Fallout 76 is better. That's what I've been told. All right. It's gotten better and the community is very open and helpful. There you go. And now I feel old. Not prehistoric yet. Well, there you go. Okay, there's one catch about getting a free version of Fallout 76, though. You have to be an Amazon Prime member to claim your free copy of the game, and this free offer expires May 24th, so act fast, claim now. That's pretty cool. That's pretty freaking cool. Not a member, sign up for a 30-day trial, take advantage of all that Amazon Prime has to offer, including access to Prime Video and Prime Gaming, fast free shipping in less than 2 days with Prime delivery, in stores, discounts at Whole Foods, access to exclusive shopping events like Prime Day and Black Friday, and other perks. I am a Prime member, and I kind of dig it. I'm not going to lie. I dig being a Prime member. In addition to Fallout 76, Prime Gaming has Fallout Tactics, Brotherhood of Steel, Chivalry 2, Black Desert, and Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop for free for Prime members. Released in 2018 for Xbox One, Sony PlayStation 4, and PC, Fallout 76 is an online multiplayer action RPG role-playing game and the 10th installment in this very popular gaming franchise. It's set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland in the year 2102. You play a resident of Vault 76, a Fallout shelter, who goes out into the world to recolonize Appalachia, or West Virginia. There you go. As you discover the mysterious plague that nearly wiped out humanity. For Amazon Prime members only, Fallout 76 is available for free for Xbox Series X or S or Xbox One and PC via Prime Gaming. Meanwhile, the game is also available on Xbox Game Pass for subscribers. But in the meantime, you can watch the official trailer below. And there it is. And that is something entirely different. But there's Fallout 76. And for anybody watching or regulars on this stream, I just started playing Fallout 4 last night. This is my first foray into Fallout. And I can say that the game was a little overwhelming at first. It was a little overwhelming, but I was digging it. It was nice to be in that world that I've been watching on Amazon Prime, or Prime Video, I should say. Prime Video, not Amazon Prime, but Prime Video. And if you haven't been watching Prime Video, honestly, you're missing out because Fallout is amazing. It's just bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. But if you were to ask me, is it well done? Is it worth it? Yes, absolutely. There's also a lot of good stuff on Amazon Prime. There's some good paranormal stuff on Amazon Prime as well, and I don't mind saying it too. There are some terrific productions like Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power. You either love it or you hate it, and I was one of the people in the camp that loved it. I just thought it was fantastic. So yeah, if you were to ask me of all the streaming services, which one is it that's worth the best money, I would say Amazon. I love Prime Video. I do. I love it. Okay, I'm switching from iced tea to water. Cheers. So if you recall, chat, a previous Grim Gazette, we were talking about a guy's home that got struck by something that he believed came from the International Space Station. Here's our follow-up. Object that slammed into Florida home was indeed space junk from ISS. NASA confirms. It was part of a pallet jettisoned along with 5,800 pounds of aging batteries back in March 2021. So this thing that hit this guy's house, it was jettisoned in March 2021.
I suggest you let that one marinate.
Well, I guess we're going to find that out. The mysterious object that crashed through the roof of a Florida home last month did indeed come from the International Space Station, or ISS. NASA has confirmed. That home in the seaside city of Naples belonged to Alejandro Otero. Shortly after the March 8 incident, Otero said he thought the offending object was part of a cargo pallet packed with 5,800 pounds or 2,630 kilograms of aging batteries jettisoned from the ISS in March 2021. And I guess that's what it looks like. Okay. And he was right, according to a new NASA analysis of the object, which was performed at Florida's Kennedy Space Center. Based on the examination, the agency determined that the debris to be a stanchion from the NASA flight support equipment used to mount the batteries on the cargo pallet, agency officials wrote in an update today, April 15th. The cylindrical piece of space junk is made of a metallic alloy called inconel, they added. It weighs 1.6 pounds or 0.7 kilograms and measures 4 inches or 10 centimeters high by 1.6 inches, 4 centimeters wide. The nickel hydride batteries were dumped after new lithium-ion versions were delivered to the ISS for a power supply upgrade. The pallet and the batteries were expected to burn up completely in Earth's atmosphere, NASA officials said in today's update. Yet that didn't happen, and the agency wants to learn why. The International Space Station will perform a detailed investigation of the jettison and re-entry analysis to determine the cause of the debris survival and to update modeling and analysis as needed, NASA officials wrote in today's update. NASA specialists used engineering models to estimate how objects heat up and break apart during atmospheric re-entry, they added. These models require detailed input parameters and are regularly updated when debris is found to have survived atmospheric re-entry to the ground. Otero's experience served as a reminder that there's a tremendous amount of hardware whizzing over our heads. For frig's sake. Wow. According to the European Space Agency, Earth orbit hosts about 36,500 pieces of space junk, at least 4 inches or 10 centimeters wide, and a whopping 130 million objects at least 1 millimeter in diameter. Even these tiny shards pose a danger to satellites and other orbiting assets, given the tremendous speeds at which they travel. For example, at 250 miles or 400 kilometers up, the average altitude of the International Space Station orbital velocity is about 17,000 miles per hour.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
And, as has been demonstrated, some of this junk comes crashing back to Earth from time to time. For instance, the 23-ton core stages of China's powerful Long March 5B rocket routinely fall in uncontrolled fashion a week or so after their launches, to the consternation of the international space community. NASA's new analysis may have financial consequences for the agency and for Otero, by the way. I eagerly await communication from the responsible agencies, as their assistance is crucial in resolving the damages from this deliberate release. But more importantly, how in the future to arrange the payload so it will burn in its entirety as it re-enters. Otero wrote via X, formerly Twitter, on March 8th, shortly after his home was hit. Wow. Well, okay then. WesterCon 54, you spew what you pay. We never got anything like that smashing into the hotel. Yeah, thank God. Thank God for that. We were doing plenty of damage to begin with, at least to our livers. We did get the fire alarm. I vaguely remember that. Oh, yeah. Wow, geez. All right. Unreal, man. Unreal. I mean, so he got the confirmation, but I did not realize we had so much junk floating about our heads. That's a little unsettling. Speaking of objects zipping to and fro in the Great Black, this is coming from futurism.com. I am unaware of how relevant or how accurate or how reliable this source is, but let's roll with it. Story from April 8th. NASA spots objects speeding around the moon. What the hell is this thing? Let's find out. NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter spotted a bizarre silver object. Spotted a bizarre sliver of an object speeding above the lunar surface last month. And as it turns out, we're not looking at a UFO or maybe an unidentified lunar object, because there's a perfectly human explanation for the lunar apparition. It turns out that the LRO's image was photobombed by the Korea Aerospace Research Institute's Korea Pathfinder Lunar Orbiter, or KPLO, otherwise known as Danuri. Danuri. We'll say it's Danuri. Yeah. Danuri. Hello. Jeez. Let's say no. It's known as Danuri, which is traveling in nearly parallel orbits, according to a NASA statement. Despite their similar orbits, it still took impeccable timing to catch a glimpse of the spacecraft, an engineering feat of itself, which is right there. That's pretty cool. Danuri launched in August 2022, becoming South Korea's first moon mission. Spacecraft, which entered lunar orbit in December 2022, is designed to help plan future missions to the lunar poles. It was also used to demonstrate a lunar internet, which is a delay-tolerant network that could one day allow landed assets to communicate with Earth. Scientists in NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center needed exquisite timing in pointing L-Rock to the right place at the right time to catch a glimpse of Danuri, per NASA. The reason why Danuri appears as a tiny sliver rather than a conventional-looking spacecraft with two solar panels and an antenna is because the LRO's camera exposure time was extremely short at just 0.338 milliseconds. As a result, Danuri appears smeared to 10 times its size in the opposite direction of travel because of the relative high travel velocities between the two spacecraft, according to NASA. Apart from freezing an orbital spacecraft in time, the LRO has also spotted remains of crashed lunar landers. Earlier this year, it even shot and bounced a laser off India's Vikram lander in an effort to improve future landers' positioning systems. Last year, Danuri's NASA-developed shadow cam spotted the LRO in a perfect roll swap, showing the spacecraft behind perfectly reflecting the sun's rays. Kinda cool. Okay. And that is our news segment, everybody. Okay, now we get to some clips that we want to take a look at. Some of these are goofy. I already know the lead-in clip. I'm doing this for my wife. I'm doing this for my wife because she showed this to me and I said, yeah, send me that. Send me that. I want to share that with everybody. Because if you ever wanted to smile, this will do it for you right here. Everyone, enjoy this little moment.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
I don't know why I find that funny,
Surprise, surprise.
but I do like it.
Surprise, surprise.
I guess that is an advantage of being a xenomorph is instant harmony, right? Instant harmony. Oh God, this one. Look, I'm telling you, all that the alien want, they just want a hug. They just want a hug. Okay, now this was also sent to me by my wife, and this. Okay, I'm gonna just read the headline if you're not able to look, if you're driving or something like that, and just listening to audio. The headline is, "Stop with the fake paranormal demonic activity. You're not welcome at our location. Take your fake crap someplace else. Okay, thanks, bye. And I'm just going to let this lovely lady speak her piece.
Hey everybody, it's Cindy with Sweet Spring Sanitarium. I'm just coming on here as a friendly reminder to make sure that you are not coming to our location to film fake paranormal evidence or activity or entertainment for your YouTube channel, faking things. Stop throwing around the word demonic. It's ridiculous. We don't appreciate it, and it's not what we're here for. That's not why we allow people to come and do paranormal investigations and paranormal events. Okay? So with that being said, letting you know up front, we will call you out if you're doing it, and we will make sure that everyone, all of our other locations that we're friends with, will also know. Okay? If you want entertainment with fake clickbait stuff and, fake paranormal activity and demonic, you need to go somewhere else. We do not welcome that at our location. Okay, thanks, bye.
Wow. I mean,
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
let's go. I mean, let's first off, let's play that again for the kids in the back, just in case you missed it.
Hey everybody, it's Cindy with Sweet Spring Sanitarium. I'm just coming on here as a friendly reminder to make sure that you are not coming to our location to film fake paranormal evidence or activity or entertainment for your YouTube channel, faking things.
Okay, so first off, this is the lady, I believe, who is the contact over at Sweet Spring Sanatorium. And that place, it was really interesting. When I got a chance to meet Destination Fear Project Fear at Penhurst Paracon, it was interesting because they were asked, where's the scariest place you feel like you've been? Every one of them, all four of them said Sweet Spring Sanatorium. And if I remember correctly, somebody else, I can't remember if it was Amy and Adam or if it was the Ghost Hunters, but they said the same thing, Sweet Spring Sanatorium. And yeah, this lady's place. Oh, hey, good night, secondhand. This lady's place is a hot spot. It is a place that people really want to go to. It's really impressive watching her do the opposite of what another owner of another property that I have said I am no longer speaking about is doing. This lady's doing the opposite. She's doubling down and she's saying, if you want to do this, you can, just not at Sweet Springs. And that's wow. That's cool. That's really cool. Whew. Okay. Let's let her continue on.
Stop throwing around the word demonic. It's ridiculous. We don't appreciate it, and it's not what we're here for. It's not why we allow people to come and do paranormal investigations and paranormal events. Okay? So with that being said, letting you know up front, we will call you out if you're doing it, and we will make sure that everyone, all of our other locations that we're friends with, will also know. Okay?
That is exactly what she is saying, Walker. She is saying, if you want to pull a Baggins, you are within your right to pull a Baggins. You're just not pulling your Baggins here. That sounds dirty. But, that is exactly what she is saying. Please continue on midair.
If you want entertainment with fake clickbait stuff and, fake paranormal activity and demonic, you need to go somewhere else. We do not welcome that at our location. Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh, man. So Recluse asks, does she allow legit investigations? Yes, she does. I've seen several very skilled teams go in and do investigations. Now, one thing I do think I should make clear, if no one is aware of it or if you happen to miss it, I wanted to go on ahead and kind of give you a statement here about me with regards to Project Fear. I like what they do, but I also understand when I watch them, they are doing something unconventional. They are not necessarily investigating so much as they are seeing if fear creates more paranormal activity. You keep that in mind, and when you watch Project Fear, you're like, oh, okay, I kind of see where they're going with this. Now, do I think that Project Fear, do I think they're good investigators? I do. They are very strategic about when they pull out their investigating chops, okay? And what I mean by that is if you go back to look at their videos on the Conjuring House, they very subtly say exactly what they think about the whole thing happening at the Conjuring House, okay? And I do think people underestimate them as investigators. I think they are way more talented paranormal investigators than they are given credit for. So yeah, they do, Recluse. They do invite and they do encourage the folks at Sweet Springs, as the owner just said, we want the real deal. And if if we catch you pulling the baggins, well, we're going to let our network know. And that's saying something. That is really saying something. All right. Now we get to a couple of paranormal clips. Let's take a look at these and let's see what people have sent my way to take a look at.
I mean it. Bang that door again, I'll ring the fucking priest.
Oh, this guy!
What the fuck's going on? Stop fucking pack it in! Pack it in. Put the fucking table down. What the fuck are you doing now?
This guy. I love this guy. I freaking love this guy.
Pack it in! You gonna pick that up?
You're gonna pick that up.
Guys, it's just messing with the fucking table. Winston, where's... Just eating some fish, guys, and the knife keeps moving, generally in my direction. I put the coins down just to prove there's no magnets involved. The knife is magnetic, so there's not really much I can do, guys, if it happens again. Oh, thank you. You did that quicker than I thought. Yeah, the green screen accusations are getting old now, guys.
I love this guy. Exactly, Lizard. So, Marv, is that you? All right, so this guy has been on the show before. So whomever sent me this clip, God love you. This guy does these really. I have no idea if this guy is just a special effects dude, or if he's just a DIY guy, or if he is literally being haunted by somebody. But yeah, this guy has been on the clips before, and I always smile because one, I do think of Marv. But yeah, he's the guy. It's like if you keep this up, I'm gonna call the fucking police. I love this guy. I love this guy so much. So yeah, I don't want to say this guy's faking it because quite honestly, I love him. I love him too much. We'll just say he makes me smile. Can I say that? He makes me smile. Okay. Let's take a look now at, was that the last one? Oh, I almost skipped this one. So I saw that guy. Let's take a look at this one, shall we?
Bucks. It's all you need to put you right in the center of historic mineral wells. But the 3-bedroom, 2-bath home may be a little tight, considering 9 spirits may already call this place home. Our Gilma Avalos takes us inside the haunted Hill House.
All right, we're stopping here. We're stopping here, and I will tell you why. This place is on my shit list. This place, I have zero motivation to investigate. Why? Because the haunted Hill House, this was the place where Jack and Katrina investigated in Portals to Hell, where Katrina left. And they had investigated this place. They couldn't confirm anything that was going on or what that supposedly was going on in this place. But here's the thing about it. The people that currently own it have leaned in so effing hard that they probably have invited some bad juju. Because this is the only spot where Katrina was like, I'm out of here. And they literally just slammed the brakes on the investigation and they got the hell out of Dodge. So, yeah. Let's see what they have to say about it.
As you can tell, it's just an older home.
Real estate agent Becky Foley knows her way around the showing.
Come on in.
Dubbed the Haunted Hill House in the shadows of the historic Baker Hotel, this is no ordinary listing. It just hit the market, priced at $125,000, and Foley...
Yeah, which you don't see here, and it's cheesy as hell. It is cheesy as hell. They have this warning sign when you walk in. So they actually have a little warning on the door that says something along the lines of, this is a place of possession, blah, blah, blah. You know, they lay down the groundwork. I personally don't think anything bad happened on this property, but I do believe that whatever is there, it was basically brought on by the Nudnigs that currently own the place. Oh, this place irks me because it was one of those places where Jack and Katrina are doing the walkthrough of it. You look at it and Jack and Katrina are both looking at the owners like this. Excuse me. And when you watch the episode on Portals to Hell, you can tell Katrina is having none of it. Katrina is having absolutely none of it. Oh yeah, $125K is actually not a bad price. Not a bad price at all. So let me go back and let me finish this. Let me finish this little clip analysis here.
And ran out.
That's not uncommon, according to its current owner.
He says the spirits do not
This
want
place
some people
triggers
in
me
this
so
house and will
badly.
chase
It
them
really
out.
does.
The quaint home features multiple bedrooms with unique decor.
Cute little trinkets belong to the people who play here.
Real quick, everybody, they cleaned up this house. There's no other way to describe it. They cleaned up this house.
2 bathrooms, well, 3 really.
This was actually a bathroom that got sealed up and nobody knows why.
And your own communication room.
It is considered, I'm told, a portal to their spirit world.
Even in the daytime, the home feels pretty spooky, with plenty of stories to tell.
The door shut?
You've heard of burglar bars, but these bars cover windows on the inside of the house.
We've heard it's been probably a brothel. We wonder if some of
We've
the
heard.
participants were maybe kept
We've
against their will.
heard.
Foley says its value lies in its business opportunity.
Now this is the kitchen.
Hey, Bonnie.
He says breakfast with the dead.
Right now, the home attracts brave souls interested in investigating paranormal activity. The owner says 9 spirits call this home, and you never know who you may meet.
Every weekend, group.
See what they did there? You see what they did there? They faded her out, and they faded her back in. 'Cause she's a ghost. How about that? Awesome.
Explore the home, and they eagerly share their findings on Facebook.
So first off, the owners, like I said, if you go into Portals to Hell, I believe it's season 1 or season 2. Yeah, insert slow clap. The thing that pisses me off about this place is that they were throwing around so much lore about the place. Oh, this place used to be a brothel, and then there were some Satanists that took it over and all this stuff. And both Jack and Katrina did research into it, could not confirm a flippin' thing about it. Not a flippin' thing. Secondly, it was decked out to the nines. It was supposed to be a year-round haunted house. Oh, and it was all decked out with Ouija boards and baby parts, like baby doll parts, in the walls. And there were some walls that were black and some walls that were red. I mean, it was really over the top. And during the walkthrough, I just remember Jack and Katrina had this look just plastered on their faces. It was just this. It was just. So yeah, this is the same place, and they have cleaned it up, and they are now probably trying to find some other paranormal couple or some paranormal group. It is literally in the middle of nowhere somewhere in Texas, and on top of that, it is also, if I remember correctly, another problematic part about it is that it is literally on the end of a street. It's like, you go, the house literally is on the end of the street. It's right there. And yeah. Oh, you're in Texas? It was Mineral Wells, Texas, I believe. This is very Saturday News narrated. Yeah. The only reason ghosts stay hidden is to not pay taxes. So yeah, that's my thing about the house on the Haunted Hill House. It's just they leaned in so hard. It wouldn't surprise me if something manifested there. And I know that is one of the many theories in the paranormal, is that there could be some places that aren't haunted. But if people in the house, if people on the property truly believe there's something there, even though it can't be confirmed by history, then automatically, something is created. And whatever is at the Haunted Hill House, it's not good. It's not good. But when the thing that triggers me about it is the false narrative around it, because there was no proof that there was a couple that were Satanist and people were killed on the property. There was no proof of the brothel. Everything was hearsay. Everything was, people say, people believe, people say, people believe. But whatever is there, Katrina was rattled enough that she scooted out of there. And yeah, I just have issues with people who create history where there is none. It's the line I draw in the sand. It really is. It's the line I draw in the sand. And on that note, everybody, we are going to take a break, and we are going to return with part 2 of the Grim Gazette. This is issue 12. Thank you very much for joining me. I've got a special guest coming, and I really hope you will stick around or just go on ahead and jump on out to part 2, because part 2 is going to be pretty fun. We're going to be talking with somebody who has quite a past in the paranormal. So thank you all for watching. Remember, you can always join us here every Tuesday night, starting at 6. The Gazette goes live at 7. And if you have a contribution, if you want to go on ahead and drop in a clip that you want me to take a look at, like this one from the house on the Haunted Hill House, or if you want to drop in your own weird news story, by all means, go on ahead and drop a link in my Discord. I would love to see this, because the Grim Gazette is weird news, it's paranormal, and it is a deep dive into something that strikes my fancy. So thanks, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. If you haven't taken your meds, take your meds. If you haven't hydrated, and I've been hydrating, make sure to hydrate. Take care of yourself. And we'll be back for part 2. Until then, stay weird.